Welcome to my channel. My name is Tragicoma, and recently I started posting YouTube videos about how I'm learning to use my new 3D printer. But actually I'm into all sorts of arts and crafts, and today we're gonna be doing something a bit different. Well, Valentine's Day is coming soon, and I thought maybe we could try something cute, sweet, edible this time. If you're anything like me, you've noticed these crystal candies online, especially on TikTok with the crunching and munching, and I thought maybe today we could try and make it ourselves. And for this, we're gonna need some sugar, a lot of it, some food coloring. I got this for last Christmas. It's gel food coloring, so I hope it's gonna work for what we're doing today. Next, the key ingredient here is agar-agar. This is the only brand I could find locally, but I've seen a lot of recommendations for the telephone brand. And the last thing I got here was some juice. I decided to add it for flavoring, but you can do the recipe with just water as well. And that's it, we're ready to prepare our candy. So I decided to go for the Moulin Cherry because I'm ready to get down to business, and also because I think it goes great with the Valentine's Day theme. It's already of a pinkish color and cherry flavor. In the end, I added a bit of water to this as well because I needed a bit more liquid if I was following with the recipe. And here you can enjoy me struggling to measure 12 grams of agar-agar.
Bruh.
And when we're done with that, we're gonna add our agar-agar to the watered down juice. This was the first time for me using this powder. It had no smell, no odor. And the instruction says we can dissolve it completely into cold water or juice in this case. The recipe itself is very simple, so now we put it over heat and just keep stirring until it starts to boil. And after it's boiling, we keep it like for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we add in sugar, a lot of sugar, because we do need the crystals to form later on, so that's kind of very important here. And then again, we repeat the process and wait for it to boil for a couple of minutes. And then we're ready to fill into some containers that we have prepared. I oiled these with some olive oil beforehand, so it's easier to remove the jelly afterwards. And we ended up with 3 half-full containers, so we can have a different color in each one. Speaking of colors, time to test our gel coloring, which was not cooperating with me. My plan was to have a red one, a green one, and a blue one. So we started with the red one, and it looks like the gel coloring wasn't really mixing well with the jelly. So it wasn't dissolving at all, so I decided to try and add water to dilute it, and maybe then it would be better, but it was a bit better, but not really. Well, at this point I kind of gave up. So moving on to the green one. Here I'm mixing yellow and blue to get a nice green, and you might be asking, but Tragic, in the beginning you showed the package and it had green in it. And you're right, it did. But when I was making the gingerbread cookies for Christmas, I found out that the green was actually blue. So there were 2 blues inside the package, and now I have to mix if I want the green. And I wanted green because I wanted to try and make like a Sims crystal thing. So that was the plan originally. I say originally because what is that? I don't know, but it's not Sims crystal green. So I added more. It just kind of looks worse. And in the end, I kind of gave up and just put some blue, so it's kind of a green blue. and red. Also, I hate these colors. So, after 3 hours in the fridge, we ended up with this. Actually, not that bad. So the next step is to get it out of our container and cut it into our gem pieces, whatever shape we want to. And in this case, we want to make hearts, because Valentine's Day, you know. And I have to say, agar-agar, pretty cool. Compared to regular jelly, I don't think we would have gotten this result, because the jelly itself, it's very durable. Like, it doesn't look like it would break at all, so you can shape it or do whatever you want with it. And one thing I can say, this entire process was extremely sticky. It was really hard to move things, like everything kept sticking to everything. But apart from that, it was pretty simple and easy to do and quite fun actually. So here I'm trying to make the first heart-shaped candy. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're kind of gonna trust the process. I'm gonna speed it up here a little bit so you can see how the heart takes shape. So here's what I ended up with after all the sculpting and shaping. I think they look pretty cute, a bit cartoony, but cute nevertheless. As for the blue and green jelly, I just improvised. At this point I knew it probably won't look like the Sims crystal, but maybe it still looks cool in the end, maybe? And after waiting for 6 days, it's time to evaluate our crystals in an ASMR manner. Here's the Sims one. Doesn't look like Sims, but that's okay. I like it anyways. They kind of remind me of these glass shards that I collected by the sea last year. I think the heart turned out really good. Let's try and cut it in half. Good stuff. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And before I go, one last thing.